I don't have a script, so all I really have right now is a title, and that's about it. So I guess I might as well just go from there. But yeah, I'm not happy at the moment, but I don't feel sad either. Like I don't if I were to explain this feeling, I think it'd be something like dread or something. Like I'm using like way too much and it's infuriating me. Um it's if I were to put it into words, it'd be as if I'm not prepared. Like I don't know what I'm getting into and it hurts me. I kind of okay, I guess before I keep going with the way my brain's going right now, I'm in college. Second semester of college. Finally. I'm glad to be here. I'm very glad to finally be in school again, not living in a very small town with a job that I hate. I guess I can't really include the job that I hate because like I'm gonna hate the job I have for a bit. That's just how it goes. I know that's gonna be how it goes. That's just how life of someone who's average is gonna go. But something that I didn't like was where I was and what I was doing. If I were to explain it, it would be like I was like just stationary. Like I didn't move anywhere. At least I didn't feel like I moved anywhere. And my life was just kind of stagnant. Like no progression was made. And part of that's where I was, but most of that was just me not making an attempt to do anything. And the reason why was because I felt hopeless and just frustrated. And I didn't know why I couldn't do anything about it. And it infuriated me. Infuriated me to the point where I felt like I wasn't worth anything. Like, not worth anything as in, like, I will never amount to anything, not like I'm worthless or anything like that. Like, this is, I should probably preface, this is not like when I say I'm not happy, I'm not saying I'm like, oh, I'm depressed, my life is meaningless, I should just end. Like, no, none of that. Like, yes, I am depressed, but I'm not like to that extreme level. Very depressed, but not extreme. Just to the point where like, can I break out of this? Because I don't. I guess I should just leave it at hopeless. Like I don't feel worthless. I just feel hopeless, and I don't know how to dig myself out of it. I guess I should explain what made me come to this realization. I mean, I've had a vague feeling for a bit, but I never knew how drastic it was until earlier. So, of course, I live in a dorm. I don't want to live in a small town at all. I hate it. It sucks, and it has people that I hate, and I just don't want to be near it. And plus, it's like 30 minutes away from campus. So, and I don't have a car. So, like, no. But a few days ago, I walked out. This was over the weekend, I believe. I walked out and I saw what looked like the interior of a car tire sitting on my doorstep. I believe my mother says it's called like a hubcap or something, but that was just sitting in my doorstep, and I had no clue why. Like, did someone just throw it and leave it there or something? But like, I didn't know at first, but one thing I noticed about it was how neatly placed it was. Like, it was like symmetrically at my doorstep, and that scared me. Because I've heard of things of like from online of like cults or like robbers putting marks on places and coming over there later to like break into your place, and that just kind of got to me. And that's just kind of eaten away in my head for so long. Like, I could barely focus, I could barely get any sleep. Like, I think yesterday, like last night, I got like probably like 3 hours of sleep, and then I woke up and like I had to go to class. So, and then I had a afternoon class, but by the time I got back from my morning classes, I just passed out on my bed. I was like, all right, I'll take a nap. I woke up, it was like 4 o'clock, way past it. I slept through it. And I've been doing this for a while. Well, not for a while, for about a week, because, semester just started a little bit ago, but I've done this for about a week, and the reason why was because, one, I started to realize that I am alone, and I'm going to be alone, especially with what I'm trying to do. So, for those who don't know, well, all of you probably don't know. I hope all of you don't know, like, who the fuck's stalking me, but, you don't know, but, to say what I'm doing, I plan on teaching abroad, like teaching English in a different country. And to do that, I will, of course, have to be living in a different country, and I'm not going to know anybody. But this instance of, like, living in this dorm, and I only just recently got a roommate, but for the most part, like, for the past 2 weeks, I've been living alone. I didn't have a roommate. But I kind of opened my eyes, and then this incident right here really, like, opened my eyes that I'm alone. I'm all alone. And when I'm done here, I'm going to continue to be alone for... I don't want to be over drastic, but there's a big part of me that feels like I'm going to be all alone for the rest of my life. Well, I'm obviously not, like, all the time. Like, I'll make friends eventually, because it'll just happen, but I don't see myself having a future with anybody. I don't see myself, like, knowing anybody too closely, because, like, I've gotten so used to people just coming and going that I've never really had a friend, much less a partner, stick with me for a while. So I guess I just don't see me having friends that I'll be hanging out with, like, on a daily or even a weekly basis. Like, maybe over the phone, but, like, when it comes to in-person connections, I don't see myself having that. Like, I see myself just being alone for the rest of my life. And I think I'm okay with that. That might change, obviously, because it's just pure fact that humans cannot go their whole life without any in-person connection. But I don't see an outcome in my life where I have a long-lasting personal connection with like a friend or even a partner. Like family, like obviously I'll be visiting, but like again, I plan on living in a different country, so visitations will be like very, very limited because it's a lot of money and a lot of time. But I kind of got rid of some things. Like I got rid of Twitter earlier today because I started to kind of see it as like a distraction and like an unhealthy coping mechanic. Like I didn't want to just sit there and rely on it because it just takes away a lot of my time, and I have a feeling I have ADHD. Like I know I'm neurotypical, but I have a feeling that I have that, but I'm not going to say I do because I am not diagnosed. So I'm not going to say I do, but I will say that I kind of get so lost into it that like it's kind of like an unhealthy therapy session for me. And so I just got rid of it. I have friends I talk to on Twitter, but we also have Discord, so it'll be okay. But even if we don't talk much, I'm fine with that because, like, yeah, I will. It'll be a little bit sad, but I'll know that I'll be at the very least more preoccupied with like work and stuff because I got way behind and I'm not even in week 3 yet. Or I think we're just about to be in week 3. I think this is the beginning of week 3 actually, but I want to work on understanding just what exactly I'm working to do, and I need to also understand that me being alone is not a bad thing, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Again, I have a feeling that I'm going to be wrong because, like when it comes to life and stuff, people most of the time are usually wrong. But at this moment, I want to understand that, and I need to understand that for the most part, I'm probably going to be on my own. And I can't let things like that whole doorstep situation, I can't let things like that ruin like a lot of time, because even if it possibly is something that's like worrisome, there's many other ways to deal with it other than being scared and not getting sleep for a week. Because I cannot be skipping classes, and I need to understand that I've got to lock in or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, I think I'm going to be feeling hopeless for a little bit, but I'm fine with that because I know that there's so much for me to do and there's so much for me to look for, and I can't wait. I really can't wait to get started. In fact, I think I'm gonna start right now. And I guess you could say this is kind of a therapy session to myself more than it is like a video for you guys, because like I've been gone for 9 months from this thing, so I have no consistency, here I am. Oh, wanna be YouTuber. Oh, updates, but no videos. Oh, but no, I can definitely say that it won't be like this forever, or at the very least, I'm gonna work to make sure it isn't. But I also want to kind of leave a message, I guess, and say that this isn't, I don't want to just make this just about me. I also want to make this video to basically say to you guys that even if you feel hopeless, and even if you feel sad, hell, even if you're at that extreme moment of depression, just know that, like, you have so much to work for. And people will tell you it gets better, it gets better, it gets easy. And it will. But that depends on if you're willing to help yourself get better or not. And that's kind of the big thing, is only you can control what happens. Or I worded that wrong, I apologize. Only you can drag yourself out of that state, because people around you can help you, but only you can make a change to yourself, because you are your own person, and you as your own person need to understand that there is so much in the world that you can work towards, even if it's something small, even if it's just you getting out of bed, or you walking out of your house, or even just buying like necessities. Like, if it's something that simple, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you work yourself to do it, and be proud of yourself that you did it, and know that once you start, you can keep going up. And don't think that you doing that means there won't be downs. There's going to be downs. There will always be downs. There's nothing you can do to prevent that. It will happen, but it's also a learning moment. When things go down, you learn something from it, and you work to overcome it, and you can reach a peak again. And you can just keep going. Because even when there's downs, overcoming it will bring you some ups. Obviously, I probably did not word that at all correctly, but I do hope that my message does kind of come across at least understandably. And I guess to myself, keep going. And don't let yourself get wrapped up in the least of your worries. But, I guess that's all I've got. Ganbare, minasan. Jana.